Good morning, everyone. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic, along with Diana.
Happy morning.
We're in Frosty today. I got the ramps loaded up in the back of the truck. I got the phone call in Springerville, finally, after it has been 6 weeks since I dropped off my quad, which I don't even think I've really introduced on this channel.
No.
But I will share more. My quad is running and ready for pickup, and we get to go pick it up. So we're doing that today. Thanks for joining me, guys. We'll be uploading this video with some connecting internet back when we get back to camp. Unlimited, high speed, fun, juicy stuff. I'm happy, I'm excited, let's do it. All right, we're here at White Mountain ATV Adventures, and well, they found a problem. They did rebuild the carb from 2 different original carbs. Billy, who I got the quad from, sent me the original carb from this from 2004, and so they were able to build a good one, and then they were still getting some carbon buildup and still getting some air. It was the intake valves that were all gunked up as well. And they said it runs great now, so we're gonna load it up, and I'm gonna go play with it at the property. I did want to mention that I was using I didn't have this locked last time I talked about these tailgate supports. They have to click in so that when you push down, they're actually supporting it. When I did my example, it didn't work, but we got it now. I'm gonna go start her up and get the ramp set up, and we'll load her up.
Sounds good.
A lot better. A lot better.
Wow, you made that seem so easy.
Wow. All right, got the old girl strapped in here. The e-brake's on there. We just leave the tailgate supports in place. I thought it was going to split the difference between it, but that's good. That's it's a little longer than another quad that we borrowed before. But man, she runs good. I'm very, very happy about that. It's going to be a fun tool. Hey, look, they got another one. They got a yellow one right here. In case you don't know, yeah, my buddy Billy got this in Quartzsite this winter, and then he ended up not being able to get it running right, and then he stored it at my property with the intentions of picking it up, and then one day he's like, I don't know when I'm going to pick it up, and I made him an offer. Non-running. I got to ride it one time running, and that was it. And so this is actually... I guess you'd call it a Can-Am, but it's right when Can-Am bought out Bombardier in 2004. They were just getting ready to make the change, and as I've heard, when you bought it new, it came with a pamphlet from Can-Am, although it's, and nowadays, you'll see this logo, BRP, that stands for Bombardier Recreational Product. So even on the newer Can-Ams, they still have the BRP logo. It's a nice grizzly too. Anyway, we got to get this back. Well, while we're in town here, I want to check out this Western Drug and General Store place. Diana's been in here on our way to our last camping trip, but I haven't seen the inside. And I want to see if I can get a Springerville style magnet or something. Yeah, like almost like a magnet to commemorate getting the quad running and good to go.
That's good.
I don't know. We'll see what they got. Oh wow, it has that Tractor Supply Harbor Freight feel. They even sell my Dots pretzels, the big bag, the family size. Yeah, cowboy hats. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Arts and crafts. There's a bunch of yarn on the back wall back there. Becker Bros Arizona Territory. Oh, they did really well with the store. Some souvenirs and gifts. This is, if they sell magnets, this is probably the room that they would be in. Let me peek around here. Bingo, that didn't take long. They do. Oh, they've even got a white mountain magnet. Man, that is cool. Okay, I'll pick something out here and let you know which one I pick. Wow. Okay, I'm getting two. I'm getting the white mountain with the river, with like near where we camped, and then I'm getting the Western Drug wood magnet for this store. We wanted to prepare for the next time we get reined in at camp. Got a couple board games. Scrabble. I love Scrabble. And this one, I don't know anything about it, but the Disney's Haunted Mansion board game. And it looks really fun. So we'll be testing these out next camping trip. Well, we'll start with it runs. It starts up and runs, and it stops very, very well. Once again, after that expensive fix and nearly 2 months, all I did was get around the loop, and then it stopped moving completely. The front brake completely locked up on me. The only way I could move it was to put it into four-wheel drive reverse, because for whatever reason, now the front, it's disc brakes. The front calipers on both sides are locked up. Completely locked up. And I have no idea what caused that, but this is starting to get kind of stupid. Because when's it gonna be fun? I tease, but this quad has been nothing but a headache ever since I got it. I can't right now. I can't. It's gonna sit right there locked up. I'm not giving up on the quad. Definitely not gonna give up. It is frustrating, but you know, it's like playing catch up. I mean, before I didn't have enough time for it to even run for me to find out the other problems. You know, any used vehicle, even a little quad, is gonna take some time to catch up with all those issues. I'm just hoping that by winter, maybe we can get all this sorted out. I got a couple of other ideas. But like I said, my mind's all over the place because there's a lot of other stuff that needs to be taken care of in order to be able to leave. And she's empty. Completely empty. Nope, there's water again. Because it rained, that's right. Because I'm not going to leave maintenance of this heated pool hot tub to Danny while we're gone. It just doesn't make sense. Empty it, fill it back up later. That's the only thing I can think of. But with that said, as far as prioritizing projects, you know, I've only got 2 hours left until the 3 o'clock thunderstorms hit. And when they hit, every day for the last 4 days, it has been incredibly intense for about 6 hours. So outdoor projects, and then I can start working on the indoor projects as soon as it starts flooding again here in Sholo, as well as the garden. Diana's covering this on her channel, but we have decided that live plants just do not work here in Arizona. Even the ones that are meant for high desert Arizona. We're gonna do something different with this area that kind of plays off the metal cat sculptures and stuff. Possibly collecting some sort of metal artwork, yard art, on the road to fill in this area instead of live plants. It's probably what we're gonna do. I just heard thunder. It looks like we still have 2 hours left though. Actually, yes, I don't have enough time to do a load of laundry. Let's get back to this quad. I gotta figure something out. And Diana's still walking around the property perimeter looking for one of her kitties, Yin. I don't know how worried to be, but the little bugger didn't come inside last night. And it's very rare. Her cats are outdoor, indoor, and you know, she has her routine and everything, so I don't wanna butt in. It's just this is probably the longest that Yin has not come back to her bus, and her bus has been parked there for over 2 months now. Well, at least here in this general area, somewhere at camp. I don't know, I'm a little concerned because we got wildlife, coyotes, there's loose dogs, sometimes you hear them barking and stuff. I hope Yin comes back. I already missed that bugger. So I took the screws off the front reservoir here, and it's at the right fill line. Everything looks right. The fluid looks clean. That didn't release anything. So underneath, all right, I know what I'm about to do is I'm gonna have to re-bleed both the front brakes, but I can get to this release valve right there on top of the caliper, and if I pop that loose, that should, in theory, well, oh, wrong way. Nope, just fell off. Get back on there. That should allow me to... Okay, that's loose. Hey, we're free. But don't mess with that too much, because that's just going to pump out brake fluid on the ground. I'm going to tighten that back up and see if we can ride again. Put the reservoir screws back in here. Okay, let's go ahead and try this again. I'm going to travel with the 12mm wrench in my pocket in case this happens again. And just for this test, I'm not going to use the front brake at all. I'm just going to use the rear foot pad brake over there. But show you a little bit more about this quad. Again, it's not really a Can-Am, although it is. It was sold as a Can-Am in 2004. It is basically the first Can-Am Outlander 400. It's a 400cc. It's got the battery in the rear. You guys saw, obviously, it's got disc brakes up front. It's got a storage capacity back here. The passenger seat is removable there. On the front, there's more storage right here underneath there for stuff. There's even a cup holder. It's got a winch, just like the one that we borrowed that had the front plow on the front in case I want to do stuff later. Just a standard transmission. You got your low and high on here. You've got your 4x4 and 2-wheel drive switch there. It is carbureted, so there's your choke over there. It's got a display that'll give you some information. 12-volt socket here in case you want to charge a phone or have an accessory. Another cup holder here. Tires are okay. We found out one problem, not problem, but for some reason we have 27-inch tires all around, except for the front passenger is a 26 currently. And that'll come into play like... you'll notice that if you're in 4-wheel drive and you're on very flat concrete, very good solid surface, that's when you'll notice an issue. But off-road, for what I'm using it for, I'm going to run these tires out until they all need to be replaced and then put all 27 inches on it anyway. But yeah, all the green plastic is in really good shape. We're just missing a lot of the decals have worn off, but the plastic itself, even the way they all pop off, they still pop off and pop back on and stay on, which is great. On the back, it's got the tow hitch for the trailer so that we can get one of those Harbor Freight trailers right here and load some stuff up and move it around camp. But yeah, let's get this guy fired up. Just like a motorcycle, we have off, on, and reserve over there, so we'll turn it to on. But yeah, we're just going to use the foot brake today, okay? And turn her on, turn this on. I don't think we need to choke it. Let's just try. Heck yeah, fired right up. Those red lights will go off in a minute, I think. Okay, those 2 red lights are not going off. But you know what? Let's put it into a high 2 and go. Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's free. There we go. I think it's the pressure sensor. Might need to put a new temperature pressure sensor in there. We'll leave the gate open. I'm not going to be gone long. Look, I don't need a 4-wheel drive truck. I've got less than 2/10 of a mile of this kind of road. Oh yeah, she goes now. That carb, it needed a good cleaning and rebuild. Lion. Put it into 4-wheel drive low. So, you can also license this thing here in Arizona and ride it out on the road. There's the highway right there. This is a little access road, so in the winter, when they close down the highway, we can take this road that's all snowed in my 4-wheel drive quad, get supplies at the Dollar General. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to really push my luck with this thing today. As long as I'm holding the camera with my left hand right here, I can't use the front brake and have that caliper problem again. Let me put it back into two-wheel drive high. I guess you could do 4 high. That's true. Oh, yeah. This thing's fun. But it'll be even more fun in quartzsite. It'll be great having an e-bike and this to go on trails and stuff. I'm just glad we got this thing running, man. Now that it's running good, I need to keep it running good. We'll get the front brakes fixed later, but right now, that's just rear brakes perfectly. So I don't even need the front brakes. Don't even need them. Let's go back to 4 low here. And also go check out other properties that aren't marked as private property or no trespassing. Could be kind of bumpy. But this thing can get us into places where most vehicles just can't get you, right? And then maybe I can be like, oh, maybe I want to buy this property here or something. A little bumpy though. Definitely a little bumpy. It's a good feeling getting this thing finally running for more than a minute. It's like 5 minutes now. Just rear brakes there, just rear brakes. Easy, easy, easy. Went to flush the toilet in my Bigfoot here, and the pump started making a noise I don't think I've ever heard before. Like a very obnoxious noise. I'm like, what the heck is that? And then I remembered we emptied all the water out of the RV before we left Cottonwood to help get us up the mountains better, because with a full tank of water in this RV, that adds 740 pounds extra. That's a lot of extra weight that we were like, we don't really need to travel with that. But then I forgot to put water in it when we got here. So I'll top this off for the next 4 or 5 days here. And yeah. And just like that, as predictable as anything in life, 3 o'clock, the Sholo showers. Like every other day. So everything's closed up. Just got to close this door, and we're going to do some indoor projects for the next 4 hours. One more window. Okay. It's interesting. This summer has been 100% the opposite of last summer. No rains, no monsoons, and now it just pours and rains every single day. Every day. It has not stopped raining one day in Sholo this summer since the monsoon started. It's very interesting, and people always say, oh, that cools you down. No? Well, actually, let's back up for a minute. If you live in a house in Sholo, then maybe it feels like it cools down or something like that. But in an RV, when the summer hot rains hit, it gets a lot hotter, because the first thing we have to do is shut off our only air supply. All the vents have to close, all the windows, all the doors have to close, and then the temperature just rises and rises and rises in here with absolutely no ventilations, just fans, and so that makes it a lot hotter when it rains if you're living in an RV. People they're like, no, it gets cooler when it rains. Maybe the outdoor temperature does, but in RV life living off grid, the rain makes it a lot hotter than the sun was, because of the fact that you have to close all the windows and wait for the rain to stop. I'm honestly very sick of the Arizona flooding and monsoons. I don't know if this is highly unusual or if this is actually the norm and we got a really nice dry summer last summer, but I tell you what, I'm very much looking forward to getting on the road here in the next couple days and getting out of the monsoon season. And in fact, I'll even go so far to say, hi babies, I'll give both my fuzzy butts, as to say that in the future, I may purposely stay away from camp in July and August on purpose. Not because it's too hot, on the contrary, because this is the only time it rains here. I mean, obviously it rains other times. It snows in the winter here, but you know what I'm saying. April, May, and June, awesome. September, October, and maybe 1 week in November, awesome. That's when you want to be here. July and August, it is really tough because it's constantly hot and then it just pours and floods. And it makes doing anything outside very difficult. Very difficult. However, I'm not bummed out because my list of projects to do in the RV to prepare for the Sturgis trip is like 3 pages long. And I don't think the kitties are gonna help. Tara? No help. Hey everybody, it's time I cut back in. It's actually been another day. This is the following day at night. Just wanted to close this video out because I've been trying to wait for some good news to have. Sorry, I'm gonna be emotional here. Diana's cat still hasn't come back. And this has put an incredible strain on the two of us. Surprisingly, I miss him. And I was hoping by now that we would be able to have some good news to share with you. And he's now been gone for multiple days, not even come back at night. And, you know, Diana's got his litter box out, food out. The last 24 hours, we've just been tunnel vision working on trying to get him back. I've posted to several social media groups, pet loss groups, the White Mountain Animal Shelter group online, as well as I went out and bought a printer and printed out hot neon signs, posted them all over the neighborhood, the Stanford General Store, the Dollar General down there, all the gates that are out nearby. I'm posting a $500 reward, and I'm just... I'm having a very hard time because I'm not ready to not see that cat. He was a cool guy. But we think something may have happened. What we're really hoping is that he lost his collar somewhere and some local resident locked him up in their house. And so the flyers were trying to say, you know, hey, if any of you neighbors recognize this, if Karen over there has this white cat locked in her basement thinking he's homeless, he's not, bring him back. So, $500 reward. Meanwhile, Diana and I are getting ready to pack up and go on a road trip. Guys, this is tough. It's putting a strain on both of us. I just want Yin to come back. I guess so much of this is out of my control. I feel like Diana and I have done as much as we can lately, and now we're just playing this waiting game. I mean, I'll take some closure if nothing else. It's killing us. And also, look, I don't know what her posting schedule is, so, you know, I got people telling me that I'm being selfish and not understanding. Meanwhile, you don't even know when we're posting each video, and we don't plan this. It's not like I know when she was going to tell the world about Yin missing it and when it actually happened versus when my video airs. It's got nothing to do with that, and I'm tired of the hate. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. If you're going to be hateful on either of our channels, just get the hell out of here. I don't have time for it. You know, I'm posting my videos, and she's posting her videos, period. It doesn't change what's going on between us. It's just it's a stressful time, and gosh, I don't know what to say. I wish I had better news. I was 99% sure that by this time when I made this video I wouldn't even have to talk about this. Yin just went on a little exploration and came back, but now it's like something else is going on. Gosh, this sucks. This really sucks. I'm there for Diana as much as I can be. She's gonna be making some changes as far as locking Yang, the black cat, inside. No, we just want some answers. We just want to know. I'm not gonna give up. We got a couple more days until we leave, and this will be something. I'm gonna try to find that damn cat. That's it. I'm sorry. This is a crappy ending, but it is what it is. It's real life. Anyways, love y'all. See you in a few days. Bye-bye.